Long Island's Classic Rock, 103.9 RCN. Who's this?
Kevin Martin.
Oh, Kevin Martin. What's going on, dude?
I'm late.
It's all good, my brother.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
I'm here in Long Island, so I'm, just busy day. So
listen, I don't want to keep you. I know you got a lot going on. I appreciate you calling in. I just want to welcome you guys back to Long Island.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I'm going to be at the Crazy Donkey Show. I'm looking at some set lists of the last couple of Candlebox songs. You guys are not f***ing around this time, are you?
No, we are not. We're serious. We're actually putting a bunch of new stuff in the set as well. 3 new songs, and we're playing some old songs we haven't played in a long, long time. So
you want to fill me in on some of them? What are you guys doing?
Well, we're adding Best Friend into the set, which we haven't done in a while. We're putting It's All Right, Blinders, possibly Crooked Halo, all sorts of stuff, man. So, yeah, just...
Now, Best Friends was from the second record. You and I had actually talked about that song once before. That's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
It's All Right is from Happy Pills?
Yep.
I'm glad to see some of the Happy Pills stuff getting some representation. So what do you guys think of Long Island?
It's great, man. We've been hanging out here the past couple of days and actually had a really, really good time. We've been hanging out at this place called Changing Times or something pub, which is a lot of fun.
Changing Times Pub?
Yep.
That's awesome. You should check out a place called Mulcahy's. So on Sunrise Highway in Wantagh.
Okay, we'll check it out.
It's a huge place. As a matter of fact, was it you that played there? No, I saw Candlebox play on the Happy Pills tour in CPI out in the Hamptons. Remember that place?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
It's still there, and so are you guys. So let me ask you a question. Candlebox has been a band for 20 years.
Yeah.
You guys have done something most bands haven't, and that's live. You guys have just managed to survive so much. What is it like 20 years later? You guys are now veterans. Do you guys have advice for the younger bands and things like that?
Well, the hardest thing to do is to keep, you gotta keep focused and you gotta trust that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times I think bands lose track of the focus of why they got into playing music. A lot of people try to sit down and write hit songs and and end up sounding like everybody else out there. And I think if you're honest with what it is that inspires you musically, what got you into the whole process of making music in the first place, that generally it pays off. But I think that what happens is a lot of young bands try to become a 3 Days Grace or something like that, try to sound like what's on the radio because they think that's what's going to work.
Sure.
And unfortunately that's a flash in a pan. It's easy come, easy go. So be honest with yourself and the music you're making, and you will succeed at it.
Are there any bands that stand out to you now, newer bands, where you say, hey, these guys are going to go somewhere?
There's a young band out of I believe they're out of Jacksonville called Under the Flood, which I think is going to be pretty great. A lot of the new bands, Cage the Elephant, I think is when I first heard them, I thought they were going to be huge. They've obviously proved themselves to be very successful at their style of writing. I like a lot more of the alternative rock and roll that's out there. Of course, Middle Class Rut, I think is amazing. These are all bands that are they sound unique, and their music's unique, and their songwriting's unique, and they're exciting live. And I think that's another thing. A lot of bands have kind of forgotten that there's something more to the live show than running tracks and playing extra guitar parts over the top of it. You actually have to play your instrument, and you have to play it well in order to sell that point. And people have forgotten about guitar solos, and they've forgotten about what makes rock and roll cool.
Didn't that happen in the late 90s? All of a sudden it was that new metal stuff, and it wasn't cool anymore.
No, it was just boring. It's like, come on, man.
Well, I'm going to hear some guitar solos tomorrow.
Absolutely, yeah. Us. That's what we pride ourselves on, is our rock and roll abilities.
And listen, I know you're in a rush, so I'm going to let you go, but I do have one request, and I'm embarrassed to actually have to ask you this. But one of the girls in our office, Brianna, she's not here today. She had to take the day off. She is a huge fan, a diehard fan. I can't believe I'm going to ask this. Can you sing a few bars of Far Behind so she can use it as her ringtone?
You're kidding me.
She begged and begged and begged, and I didn't want to ask, but she...
Tell her to get me her phone number, and I'll sing it into her phone for her. No problem.
I completely understand, my man. She's a sweet girl, though. I wouldn't have done it for anybody else. Listen, I'm going to be there tomorrow. A lot of RCN listeners are going to be there tomorrow as well.
Right on.
I posted some stuff about it on Facebook. Positive response. So I know you guys are going to do amazing because that's what you do. This will be my 5th time seeing you.
Badass.
Kevin, thank you so much for calling in, my brother.
You got it, man.
Talk to you soon.
We'll see you.